Hi everyone, welcome back to Sashay Away with Barry. I am here to recap RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star 6, Episode 8, the Snatch Game of Love episode. You're going to hear more about this when I get together with Roger and David later this week to do Toots and Boots. Roger and I usually do the Snatch Game episodes together, but he is on vacation and I don't want to interrupt him. So we will talk about it a little more in depth when we do Toots and Boots to get his feelings on it. But for now, I'm just going to do the recap on my own and get right into this episode of Snatch Game of Love. We start off by saying goodbye to Jan because she went home last week. Not a big surprise. I figured they want to keep Pandora around for Snatch Game. Yeah, Jan went home. Who cares? She wasn't going to win. And that's just the way it is. Pandora wasn't going to win. So if she went home, it would have been the same kind of thing. I don't know. I guess Jan did okay on Snatch Game. I can't remember even what she did, to be honest with you. So I don't know, if you remember, put it in the link below. I'm just going to Google it very, very quickly while I chat with you. We got some bullshit story from Eureka and Ginger, who voted for Pandora. That would be the tie with her and she picking Jan. Ginger, calling it out now, said that she voted Pandora because she based it on that week's challenge. So she thought Pandora did the worst in the girl group challenge. That's what she said. Great. We'll get back to that at the end of this episode, but it was Pandora said it's a load of crap. I say it's fucking bullshit. Ginger is a snake. She did Bernadette Peters. It was fine. It wasn't spectacular. Obviously Pandora's Cheryl Channing is much more iconic, so that's probably why they kept her around for this week's episode. Like I said, Ru comes in. There's no mini challenge again. No pit crew. I don't think we're going to get them at all this season. I don't know why. They had them on season 13 and they recorded at the same time. So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we'll get pit crew on the very last episode. Maybe not. Anyway, Ru comes in and tells them that they're going to be playing the Snatch Game of Love. We get to find out what characters they are doing. I'm going to do that when I get into them. And we get some insight from RuPaul on what she thinks about them. You know, the basic crap that we all hear. So let's start sharing the screen and get into the Snatch Game of Love episode. I don't like the Snatch Game of Love. I've never been shy about saying that. I really prefer Snatch Game. Or if you're just gonna do I guess it's the dating game is what it is based on, then just do that. I don't know. I don't understand why it's the Snatch Game of Love other than they're dressed up as celebrities, but you could do that. You could do it just as celebrity, the celebrity dating game instead. Maybe they can't get rights or they don't have a witty way of saying the dating game with snatch instead of match. I don't know. But I don't like this concept. And I don't know that the queens like it either. I think it was on the pit stop when Raja was saying that she would not enjoy this because there's only 3 of them. And when there's a panel for the actual Snatch Game, there's usually 7 or 8, sometimes 9. I don't know if we've ever had 6. I know we have on internationals. I don't know if we've had that on the US version, but yeah, so she likes having more people there because there's more people to bounce off of. It's less focused on you. If you're not doing stellar, you can kind of hide behind that. Very smart of Raja. But yeah, I don't enjoy this and I don't know that the queens do either, except the ones that do really well at it, obviously. We find out first that Ginger Minj is going to be doing Phyllis Diller, the original comedian. She kind of paved the way for a lot of women comedians. Joan Rivers is kind of fashioned after her. She is kind of an insult comic, but she's also an insult comic that focuses on herself. She's in on the joke. She does a lot of self-referential things about herself. Very, very funny. Phyllis Diller is. I think this is a very smart choice. It would have been actually a great choice for Pandora to do, because we know she has that old kind of comedy stylings when she did with Carol Channing. She could have done great with this, but that is not who she chose to do. Then we find out that Eureka is doing Divine. I think this is absolutely fantastic. Divine is my favorite drag queen ever. I know everyone assumes it's RuPaul. Divine is it for me. She is iconic. She's kind of what RuPaul wanted to be, and RuPaul has now surpassed her, obviously, as the most famous drag queen ever. But that is, RuPaul saw Divine and wanted to be that, and that's where she kind of got her roots into drag as well. She is quite a character, and the actor that was Divine, I can't think of his name, but made it also very clear that this is a character. This is not me. He wanted to be actually a serious actor, but Divine kind of gave him that life that he didn't get as just an actor. Pandora is doing Kim Cattrall, but really Samantha Jones from Sex and the City, obviously. They're not allowed to do characters, and this is their only way around it because of copyright law. So she's doing Kim Cattrall. Not a wise choice, I think. Kim Cattrall is not funny. She has funny lines that she does as Samantha Jones, but Kim Cattrall herself is not funny. And that's just the way it is. Those are the first three found out before Ru got in, and then Ru talks to the other three about their characters, starting with Trinity K. Bonet, who is doing Whitney Houston. Huge mistake right from the bat. Whitney Houston, again, is not funny. And unless you're going to play up the drug jokes or the hidden lesbian jokes, you can't make it funny. Unless you're just quoting lyrics, which is apparently what they wanted her to do. They kept feeding her lines and she wasn't taking them at all. But yeah, she's just not funny. Trinity says that she does Whitney a lot, but again, this is not lip sync impersonation, which she does for Beyonce. I mean, if she wanted to do a character, she did a lot, she should do Beyonce, but she knows that she's not going to do that because it's reverential to her and she doesn't want to make her look stupid. So she did Whitney and made her look stupid. Kylie Sonique Love is doing Dolly Parton. We had a Dolly Parton on Australia, which was not very good. So I was hoping that this one was going to be a standout. I kind of went into this thinking that Kylie was going to get the redemption arc because she did go home on the first ever Snatch Game on season 2 for Lady Gaga, which was terrible. But then she picked Dolly Parton and I was like, oh, don't mess up Dolly Parton. We had a bad one already on Australia. We don't need another one. I'm sorry, Down Under, not Australia. I keep calling it Australia. Down Under. I don't want another bad one. So I had my fingers crossed for Dolly. And finally, Raja D. O'Hara is doing LaToya Jackson. To me, this is brilliant. Yara Sofia did say that she was planning to do LaToya Jackson for the Snatch Game. It would have been great to have them both do LaToya and be in different groups so you could compare them, because Yara Sofia's LaToya Jackson would have been bonkers crazy. I think this is a great character. People are saying, well, she's not funny, but she's not funny. She's just stupid in a way that is funny. The things she says are crazy. And that's just who she is. She has the crazy voice. She has the crazy look. She has the crazy eyes. She has this stupid laugh. That's what makes LaToya funny. So I applaud this decision. I wish we would have gotten two of them with Raja and Yara Sofia. It would have been hysterical. I mean, if we had three, you could have put all three of them together and it would have been even funnier to me. But that's just my personal opinion. So here we have our first group, and it is Ginger, Trinity, and Kylie as Phyllis Diller, Whitney Houston, and Dolly Parton. I have to say, Kylie Sonique Love looks fantastic as Dolly Parton. I love that she actually put on a breastplate over her actual boobs. That could not have been comfortable because it's not even comfortable when I wear a breastplate. So kudos to her for doing that. The wig is right. This Whitney Houston is terrifyingly accurate. She looks exactly like Whitney Houston. It is almost frightening how much she looks like her. Does Ginger look like Phyllis Diller? No. She has the essence of Phyllir Diller, but she didn't need it. Let's be honest. Our guest, I'm not our guest, our contestant is Mr. Cheyenne Jackson. Everyone is in love with him. He's fine. He is attractive. There is no doubt about that. I saw him in Xanadu on Broadway 4 times. Not because he was in it. I went to see Carrie Butler because I adored her in Xanadu. They like to use him on the show. He's somewhat local to them, so it was an easy get. And with our other contestant, it made sense why Cheyenne was there. Oh, that picture is out of order. Let's go to Phyllis Diller. Phyllis Diller is a character, and Ginger Midge nailed this. She was so fucking funny. Everything she said made me laugh. I don't think she had a bad joke in there. RuPaul was dying for this Phyllis Diller. Again, most of the jokes were pointed at herself, which is always good. Yeah, she did an outstanding job. She was by far and away the clear winner of this group, with one exception, which we will get to. And that exception is not Trinity as Whitney Houston. This was tragic. It was not funny. I don't know if there was a single joke given. Ginger Midge tried to feed her a line of one of the song lyrics and she didn't get it. She had to ask Cheyenne to repeat one of the questions because she didn't have an answer quick enough. It's not enough to look like the character. You have to be funny, 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 funny. I know that to me, she gave up in the workroom. She basically said, if I'm in the bottom, they're not going to send me home because I have 2 wins. I wish they would have sent her home just for saying that, because they could have sent you home. Yeah, it was by far the worst one for me. I thought it was just terrible. Dolly Parton, on the other hand, was fantastic, and very, very close to winning this as well. I thought she could have named them both winners, honestly. I know Cheyenne only picks one and he doesn't pick Dolly, but in the end, I thought they could have picked her as a co-winner for this because she was that good. And she and Ginger had such good chemistry, playing off of each other. Trinity just got left in the dust, and looked awful at it. And she looked terrible in this challenge. But Dolly Parton was really funny. She had the voice down. She had her mannerisms down. She played her nails, which I loved. Oh my God, that was so funny. Cheyenne asked her to rate a song and she did her on her nails, which is totally Dolly Parton. So bravo to Miss Kylie Sonique Love. I have counted her out many, many times because I don't think her drag is that exciting to me. It's not bad. It's just not for me. But this Dolly Parton was exceptional. So kudos to you. It was a redemption for Snatch Game for sure. But Cheyenne picks Ginger Midge as Phyllis Diller as the winner, rightfully so. She killed this challenge. She did everything she could. And I don't know that she could do any more than that. She did exactly what she needed to. Our next group of gals is Eureka, Pandora, and Raja, and they are obviously Divine, Kim Cattrall, and what's her name? LaToya Jackson. This Divine the look is phenomenal. It's so good. I mean, you could have told me that it was Divine sitting there and I've been like, it sure is. She looked so much like her in this. It's the classic red mermaid dress that Eureka, that Divine is known for. Looks fantastic. Pandora also looks fantastic as Kim Cattrall. The wig is a little big, but I expect that because they are drag queens, and I think you have to make it draggy. But the red business suit is great. The way she's holding herself, Kim Cattrall thinks she is super sophisticated in real life, and she is not. But that Pandora had the character down to me, in my opinion. And then we have Raja as LaToya Jackson. Does she wear suits? No. The picture they showed her was in a white dress. She's in a white suit. I know Raja likes to wear pants, so I'm sure that's probably part of it. maybe I'm dumb and LaToya does like to wear white business suits. I don't know. But I think she looks fine. Does she look like a Toya Jackson? Not really. When you get a close-up of her makeup does resemble her, but I mean, just looking at her, you would never say that's LaToya Jackson. Our next contestant is the one and only Fortune Feimster, which now makes sense why Cheyenne is there. They did the improv challenge together on season 11, yes, because that was with Ass Almighty, and that is where she got the name. I love Fortune Feimster. I think she's super funny. I think this is a great thing for her to be a part of, and now I understand why Cheyenne Jackson is there. Divine. While she looks the part and had a lot to say, her performance made me very uncomfortable. To me, it was reminiscent of when Latrice Royale went off on that front row that was just being unprofessional. It was just so big and so loud, which I know Divine is. That's not the point. But just watching it made me uncomfortable for Eureka. I was like, you're trying so hard, and it felt so forced that's what made me uncomfortable about it. She was just rambling on about nothing, and I know it was all part of Divine's lines from the show, from the movies that she's been, but it made me uncomfortable. I did not enjoy it at all. Looks, perfect. Performance, I was confused. And now I'm stuck. Let's stop sharing our screen and get out of here. I have to go look and see what's wrong with my photos, because they are all out of sequence apparently. And I thought I had put them in order. I did. It just stopped sharing. Let's go back to sharing, because sharing is what? Caring. I think we got it back now. Try again. There's Eureka. There's Kim Cattrall. This is Pandora as Kim Cattrall. Again, like I said, the look, lovely. The performance, I didn't think it was as terrible as everyone else thought. She tried and she failed. That's it. It wasn't great, but it wasn't the worst, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was the worst, but she had Kim Cattrall's voice, the Samantha voice, not Kim Cattrall's voice. She said lines from the show. She had some really bad jokes that didn't land, especially when they asked her to do the dating profile for Divine. It was a mistake. She didn't have anything to say, and I get it. Because Kim Cattrall, she wanted to do it in character, and Kim Cattrall isn't funny like that. So she didn't have a line that she could pull from Sex and the City to answer the question. Was it good? No. Was it awful? I would say no. I think it was bottom material, but not the worst. That's what I'll say. Because she should deserve to be in the bottom for this, but it was not the worst. Raja's LaToya Jackson, I bought it. Every ounce of it I bought. I thought she was funny. And in that LaToya Jackson non-intentional way of being funny, LaToya Jackson, I think, is just kind of stupid. And that is what Raja gave to me, the stupid LaToya Jackson. And I ate it up. She had the laugh. She had the voice. She kept talking about Ru, because she and Ru are friends. So she kind of was talking more to Ru than anyone else, which I thought was really good. She did reuse the joke multiple times in different formats. So I thought it was fine that she did them, but it did feel repetitive, because RuPaul gave her kind of that joke in the workroom, and maybe she didn't need that. Maybe she already had those jokes in her. But RuPaul, it made it seem like RuPaul said, this is what you should do, and that's all she did. But it still made me laugh. I thought she was the best one of this group and deserved to be the winner of this group, but Fortune didn't pick any of them. I'm sure this is a production thing. And I think they didn't expect Kylie to be so good, if they had put Kylie in this group, she would have been the winner of this group, obviously. But I think they didn't, I think they thought Eureka was going to be the winner of this group, and she just didn't win. She was, because again, she made me uncomfortable. Instead, Fortune and Cheyenne proposed to each other. Very cheesy, very stupid, but you know, here we are. It's Drag Race. What do you expect? So that's the whole Snatch Game of Love. Like I said, Roger will probably talk more about it when we do Toots and Boots, but those were my opinions. RuPaul on the runway giving us this little short disco dress. I love it. I think it's really cool. I think it's cute. It's all beaded and sparkly, and in this picture it's very, very colorful, which I love. So I think she looks great. Well done, RuPaul. Our guest judge is Ms. Tina Knowles-Lawson, who kept saying how excited she was to be there, but had this look on her face where her face was always, her mouth was always downturned, so she looked like she was miserable. There was one point in the critiques that she did smile, and I was like, well, she can't smile, so maybe she doesn't really want to be there. It was hard to say, but here she is. She's our judge, and I don't know why she's our judge for Snatch Game. I also don't know why Carson is our judge for Snatch Game. It should be Ross Matthews, who's the comedian, but there you have it. Our category on the runway is pop art, which I love. I'm going to be doing a lovely, lovely pop art look for my 50th birthday on September 2nd at Barracuda. If you are in town in New York City and want to come on September 2nd, it is a Thursday, starting at 6 p.m. for happy hour. I will be at Barracuda celebrating. You're welcome to come, and I will be in full drag in pop art form. There you go. First up is Ginger Minj. I did front and back photos of this because I think that specifically this one, the back is amazing, because I think it's great that she did the front of it with her picture. And I think it's even better that she did the back of her head as the back of the jacket, because it could have just been repeated on the back of it as the front of her face, but she took the time to do the back. The different colored boots, the different colored gloves, the different colored wig. You got the blue, the green, the orange, the red, the yellow, all in different places. I love it. This, to me, is the best Ginger Minj has looked on this All Stars runway. It is a fantastic, it's a simple raincoat dress. It's not even a raincoat dress. It's a boxy Comme des Garçons look, but very pop art, very Andy Warhol. I love it, love it, love it. It is my favorite look of this week. Next, we have Kylie Sonique Love. I don't love this because I don't think it's very pop art. I hate this wig. She showed her butt crack, great. My favorite part is the foxtail stole. Does she look good? Of course, she has an amazing body, but it's not pop art for me. It's not enough. Next, we have Eureka O'Hara, and she has the unfortunate circumstance of going after Ginger Minj, who did this better. It's the Andy Warhol look of her as well. Carson did call it out that she should have been wearing the same wig that she was in the photos. I don't care about that. I did notice that Ginger did. I do love the purse, so I appreciate that. The dress looks like a shower curtain to me. And I hate the neck of this. Eureka already has the issue of not having a neck, and this just swallows her up even more. What I do love about it is the wig and the latex underneath. I think the arms and leg latex are really, really cool. But unfortunately, the dress looks like a shower curtain to me. That's all. Pandora Box, also giving us her face on her cape. I appreciate that it wasn't all over the dress like the other two, so I like that that was a little different, and that she did do this mod little dress with the I don't know why she put WAP on there. WAP, I guess maybe that's something that used to be in them, but now WAP means wet at pussy for all of us in the 21st century. Is that what we're in, 21st? Yeah. I love her square purse. I love the box headpiece. I'm going to do something I think similar to that on my look as well, because I love a fascinator. And the wig I have comes with like a dry erase board bubble. So I'm just gonna write something on that. I think I'm not gonna actually make one, but I guess I could just make it and slap it onto the front of it, because it's really cute, the little sign that she has. I think this is a cute look. I think she looks really good in it. Yeah, I don't mind anything else. I don't mind it at all. Raja D. O'Hara is not pop art. it's a good look. This wig is fantastic. I actually love the little character on the back of it. It's not pop art though. The character isn't even pop art on the coat. So I think this is a big fail for her. Does she look good? Sure. Is it pop art? No. Finally, Trinity K. Bonet is giving us pop art all over with a message, Black Lives Matter. I believe it says Trans Lives Matters on her dress as well. This is a pop art look. The dress, fully pop art with these lines, the cartoon in the color, the names of the Black Lives Matters victims on the back of the dress. Stunning. She looks great. She also, you can't see it up close, but she's the only one that did the white lines on her lips, which is very pop art. No one did dots on their face, and I can accept that for the time frame that we're doing, but I think Trinity looks fantastic. It's totally pop art and totally works for me. I think she did a great job, but I still like Ginger's a little better. That's all. The winner of this week is obviously Ginger Minj. I'm going to point out this wig. This wig is like a $15 wig on Amazon. I have it in purple, and that is how I know. I was going to pull it out and wear it. Maybe I'll wear it for Toots and Boots. But she won this challenge with an Amazon wig. RuPaul didn't say anything about it. I guess because it is pop art and it works for this challenge. So bravo to Ginger Minj. And maybe next week you will see me in my purple one on camera. Again, these pictures are so out of order. It's like jumping. I guess I moved those other ones. Pandora and Trinity are our bottom two this week. They went right to that, and then RuPaul called the other three safe. So that's Kylie, Eureka, and Raja. I think Eureka should have been in the bottom because, well, now Kim Cattrall should have been in the bottom. I mean, they could have had a bottom three for all I care, because Eureka just made me uncomfortable. I thought Kylie and Raja definitely deserved to be safe. I could have easily seen also a double win with Kylie, but Ginger Minj Runway was much better. But I would have honestly, put Eureka in the bottom, at least the bottom three, and then sent her back so you could critique her a little more maybe, or scare her a little more. But yeah, Eureka was not my favorite this week at all. It just made me so uncomfortable. Ginger Minj changes into this for our lip sync. She is lip syncing to win $20,000 to add to her $30,000 that she has already won. When she put this on, I was like, oh my God, are they doing, it must be a country song, possibly a Dolly Parton song. And I was like, oh, all right, I guess we know what we're getting. Our lip sync assassin is the one and only Heidi N Closet, who I adore. I love Heidi N Closet. I think she's a great character on the show. I know there are rumors that she's going to be on that international All-Stars, whatever they're calling it, season, and I look forward to seeing her on my TV again, if that's true. If not, bring her back for a United States All-Stars. I'm happy to watch her all the time. Obviously, we're going to get a reveal from this because she is a dancer and she can't not dance and do the splits in this number. So she does take it off. There's a bodysuit underneath, but the ruffles were on. She did have a little bit of a wig malfunction. The wig was going to be a reveal, I think, and it fell off of her head. But she had this amazing ponytail underneath all of that. It was just unfortunate that it happened sooner than I think she had planned it to happen, but it still worked. The song was Sugar Walls by Sheena Easton. I'm sure Heidi N Closet has never heard this song before in her life. Ginger Minj probably did. It is from the 80s. It is Sheena Easton. It is dirty, talking about the woman's anatomy as her sugar walls. If you didn't know, that's what it means. That is what it means. It was a good lip sync. Heidi N Closet did her twirling and dancing. Ginger Minj made it funny, trying to imitate Heidi, which is what she kind of did already in the other lip sync. That bothered me a little bit. But they're both great lip syncers, so it was a good lip sync. But Ginger Minj is declared the winner and wins her $20,000. That is a total of $50,000 in addition to the $10,000 for winning the challenges as well, $5,000 for each. So she is officially up to $60,000. I know that she gave 5,000 away to Jan and Pandora, which Pandora brings up later. So really 5,500, I guess. I don't know, maybe she's probably going to be taxed on 60,000 because that's what she's going to win. Yeah, great. She's won more than the first two season winners combined. They won 20 and 25,000, and she has surpassed that and hasn't even won the season yet. Ugh. Ginger reveals that she picked Pandora's lipstick, and this is where I'm going to call bullshit from what I said before, because she literally told Pandora she picked her lipstick last week because Pandora did the worst in the challenge. This week, Trinity did the worst in the challenge, in my opinion. Maybe they all thought Trinity was better than Pandora. I do not, because Trinity was terrible. And so this was the bullshit call that I say, Ginger, you picked Pandora because you want to get rid of her because she's comedy. Hasn't been a great comedy queen, but she's comedy and you're comedy. So there can only be one comedy queen. We all know that. You can only have one a season. And so if they were smart, they would have all picked Trinity. Pandora has had no chance of winning this competition. Trinity does have some chance. They did say, when she falls hard, and she fell hard this week. She should have been sent home week 1 when she was the worst of that week as well. But they didn't do that either. So yeah, there's some shenanigans going on. I'm sure there are alliances. I'm sure there's production. There's just such craziness. Is Pandora going to win? Was she going to win? No. Would she have been safe to keep around like Roxy Andrews? Yes, very much so. So that is where I think they got it wrong. Playing the game is not helping them out in this situation. But that's just my opinion. We say goodbye to Pandora Box. I still love Pandora. I think she is a great queen. She's one of my favorites from her season. She was my favorite from her season, actually. I will say that. I do love Raven now more than I like Pandora because I think Raven's drag has elevated a little more. Pandora has a lot of work to go still, but I don't think that's the kind of drag queen she is. I think she's a comedy queen and needs to stick with that. Be campy, be fun. That's who you are. She did do a Kickstarter to raise money for her first album, which I believe she made in 2 days. She posted saying, keep giving it to her and she'll have great outfits for the music videos if you keep giving it to her. So we will be getting a full album from Miss Pandora Box sometime in the future. Of course, we still have this fucking game within a game. I'm over it. I'm convinced now it's not going to happen until the Final Four. Because it would have had to happen. Or it has to happen next week because then we're in Final Four. There's only 5 queens left. So someone's going to go home. They're going to do this fucking game within a game and someone's going to come back either not having competed the entire season or just being sent home. And based on the queens who are there, I mean, the challenge next week is a weird challenge. But I mean, honestly, the odds are not in Eureka's favor. So she's probably my pick to go home. I also think Trinity K. Bonet could go home. I think Kylie Sonique Love could go home. I don't know that that's true because I really think she's going to be in the Final Four from the edit that she's getting this season. Yeah, I think it's Eureka's turn. And then they're going to do whatever this fucking game within a game is. And she's going to come back. And I don't know if she's going to replace one of the other queens or if she's going to just rejoin and they'll have an extra episode. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. I am a little confused by it all. That's what I will say. But I just had an epiphany, everyone. You've heard it here first. I think something like that is going to happen, and it's going to be between Trinity and Eureka because they are playing up this romance that they are faking on the show to where they're best friends and lovers and, da-da-da-da-da. So I think it's going to come down to the two of them at some point to make it to the finale. And it's going to have to be during the game of games. So whether one of them's going to go home next week, and then they're going to do the game within a game and bring somebody back, and the other one is going to go home. That's my prediction right now. You heard it here. Again, I don't know any spoilers. If I'm right, don't tell me I'm right, please. I don't want to know. But that is now me thinking production-wise where it's going to go. Because I think Ginger Minj is a lock for the finale. I think Kylie is a lock for the finale. And I think Raja is a lock for the finale. It's that fourth spot between Eureka and Trinity. And I think they want Eureka there. Honestly, I could be wrong. They might want Trinity there. I mean, Eureka has not had the best All-Star seasons, but who cares? She has an HBO show. Anyway, Pandora's not going to come back. She's going to be part of it, but she's not coming back. Next time on RuPaul's Drag Race, we are getting, I guess, an acting challenge. I don't know if it's improv or acting or whatever, but they have to create a live action character based on the cartoon characters of Drag Tots. I don't know if they're creating their own version of that or if they have to recreate one of the existing ones. This Drag Tots was terrible. There was nothing good about it. So I don't know what we're gonna get. It's gonna be bad. I say that and it'll probably be my favorite challenge ever. I do like that they're recreating them as live characters. So we'll see. It's kind of like cosplay, I guess. We'll see where it goes. That is all I have. I'm sorry you can't toot and boot these looks. It's already been done. I did it over the weekend and they are already locked in. However, I will be putting up the looks from Drag Race Holland Season 2, Episode 1, probably maybe today. I think I have them ready, so maybe they will go up today. So you can look for them on my Insta story at Sashay Away with Barry. That is SASHAYWITA. No, that's not it. SASHAYAWAYWITHBARRY. Sashay Away with Barry, just like it sounds. And those looks will be up, I would say, sometime tonight. Look for them around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in New York City or wherever you are in the world. And you can toot and boot the looks, the entrance looks and the runway looks from Drag Race Holland Season 2, Episode 1. I'm not recapping. I don't recap the foreign language ones. I know that's wrong to say, but I don't because it's hard for me. I have to watch them twice anyway because I watch them once reading and then I watch them once just for content because I know what's happening. I will say they all seem to speak really, really good English. Well English? I don't speak good English, apparently. They speak English very well, all of them. So a lot of the time you don't need subtitles, which is fantastic. I know that they have to do it in Dutch because it is airing in the Netherlands. And so I'm guessing they get subtitles there as well. But we get them here and I watch them and I read them and then I watch it again just for pure enjoyment. I will say I loved this first episode. And I love Drag Race Holland Season 1 as well. Fred is one of my favorite hosts ever. I wish they would bring him over to the United States and put him on the show here. I know that's never gonna happen because RuPaul doesn't want another drag queen on the panel. But I love that he gets into drag every week and looks fantastic. There you have it. That is my review for, that is all you're going to get from Drag Race Holland from me. I will encourage you all to watch it every week because I do enjoy it. It is airing on Fridays here in the United States on the Wow Presents Plus app. And you can watch it there. I'm sure there are thousands of other ways. If you have a VPN, you can watch it probably from the Netherlands. I think it's not, I don't know if it's on Netflix in the UK like the other ones, but I could be wrong. Who knows? So yeah, I'm sure someone has also posted it somewhere so you can watch it illegally. That's all I have today, everyone. Thank you for watching and listening. I will be back with Roger and David later in the week to do Toots and Boots and have a little bit more in-depth talk with Roger about these Snatch Game performances because that is what we do together. Please be safe out there. If you are able, get the vaccination. We are regressing. We're regressing backwards. I'm going on vacation 3 weeks and I don't want to get the Delta variant. So please, please, please get the vaccination if you can. be safe, wear a mask, social distance, wash your hands, do all that we were doing a year and a half ago, all again. We're just repeating ourselves. Now there is another variant coming. Please, we don't want to get sick. I don't want to get sick. I have somehow managed to never have coronavirus, and I don't want to get it. Thank you. Be safe. I love you all. Bye-bye.